Hi, I'm Claire Fallon.
And I'm Emma Gray.
We're the hosts of Here to Make Friends, a podcast for anyone who loves
or loves to hate
the Bachelor franchise.
So before we get started, we wanted to tell you all about an upcoming Here to Make Friends live show at the Gramercy Theater on September 4th.
That's right. We'll be joined by the wonderful, hilarious Phoebe Robinson of Two Dope Queens, and you can get tickets for that at Live Nation.
And now, on to our superlatives for week 4 of Bachelor in Paradise. A big one.
It was. A lot of outstanding moments. Let's start with the most meta date.
JPJ and Tahzjuan.
They really broke the fourth wall, especially Tahzjuan, who really wanted to make sure that John Paul Jones knew that you are not to eat the date food.
You're not supposed to eat the date food.
It's just a rule of Bachelor world.
But normally an unspoken rule. And she brought it right out into the open.
When we get back to the beach and I tell everyone you ate the date food, they're gonna give you so much.
Next, we have the most relatable mental breakdown in Paradise.
Tahzjuan had an eventful, if brief, stay in Paradise.
Am I gonna get a rose? I don't even know if I can get ready for a rose. I might not even show up to a rose ceremony.
She did, but what I really appreciated was that she seemed genuinely agitated by how hot and sweaty she was.
It's so hot.
And as someone who also has pores, I related.
It's too hot to be touching. Why are they touching? They're touching. It's hot.
At one point, she laments that she's not sure she could even apply eyeliner in this heat. And I was like, I
Who
feel
could?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Next, we have most confused about how she ended up on this godforsaken beach. Christian, just out here fighting for the love of a good woman and somehow ending up on television.
I have no idea what a rose ceremony entails.
Just fighting for the love of a good woman against an army of no one, because Demi and Christian are in a committed relationship now. There are no rivals for either of their affections. And now they're just in paradise, handing out roses to each other for some
Christian
reason.
is probably like, please get me back to the AC. Let's go stay in a hotel. But I love her, so.
She's supporting her girlfriend's dreams.
Will you accept this rose? Of course.
You love to see it.
Next, we have most masterful rose play.
Christina, who Jedi mind tricked Blake into giving her a friendship rose.
If you're not sure about Caelynn, you shouldn't let her on.
Well
Usually,
played.
when people go for a friendship rose,
Does not work out.
it doesn't work. If there's any viable romantic interest, usually the person with the rose picks the romantic interest. Somehow, Christina convinces Blake, mere minutes after he told Caelynn she was 100% getting his rose, that instead he should give it to his good pal, Christina.
Christina?
Because she too deserves to find love. And also, Blake's just not that into Caelynn.
Yeah, probably helped.
Next, we have the most patronizing breakup line.
Dean to Caelynn.
He meant well. I know he cared, but there's just nothing worse than a man telling a woman that it's just better for her if her heart is broken. And it's really just a gift, because it'll be worse later, because he knows how hurt she'll be later. But right now, it's just a magnanimous gesture.
Yeah, he's just looking out for her.
I just think that you deserve someone better than me, to be perfectly honest.
That's what every woman loves to hear.
Deanie babies, come on.
Next, we have most awkward cultural appropriation.
Oof. Chris and Crystal's wedding.
I get that smudging is hip now, but
I didn't even know.
it is, you can buy the little smudging bundles at Urban Outfitters.
It is, in fact, a native tradition with a long history.
In a smudging ceremony, we use the smoke of sage to purify ourselves.
And watching it being played for laughs during this wedding, a way of sort of hearkening back to Chris and Crystal's messy history on the show.
Really get in there.
Yeah.
Let's purify them with this smudging ceremony. Ha ha. Not cute.
No, don't love to see it.
Yeah. Let's be more respectful, guys.
We pure?
We're good.
You're very pure.
Ready to rock.
Next, we have the biggest party pooper.
Speaking of being disrespectful, John Paul Jones.
Just activating, essentially a verbal brawl in the middle of a wedding.
Can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah,
He saved that for afterwards.
seriously, he couldn't wait until he wasn't at a celebration of someone else's love.
No.
With crystals everywhere and canapes.
He needed to protect Tayshia from the man that Tayshia preferred to hang out with.
You're full of You're in this for fame. You take advantage of women. You are not in this for the right reasons, Derek.
Oh, hold on.
JPJ, you gotta let people have fun. You know, you just gotta let it happen. I'm sorry.
Next, we have most vindicated.
Annalise.
Turns out,
Who saw that
Annalise was correct about Clay and Angela.
He's been sort of like stringing her along, still giving her hope. I just don't think he's here for the right reasons. I don't think that his head is like fully in it for a relationship.
Yes, Annalise made the terrible and very uncool decision to confront Clay just as he was about to go on a date with Nicole.
I just don't know how you can even walk onto this beach.
And also made her confrontation all about her, ultimately. So these were real miscalculations, but as of last night, it seems that the content of what she said was kind of on the money.
Which is that Clay was not really ready to be moved on from his relationship with Angela and finding love on the beaches of paradise, that maybe he was there for the wrong reasons. And after seeing Clay and Angela together, we might agree.
Coming here maybe was selfish, and I'm sorry.
Next, we have most likely to have the exact same taste in men.
Oof, poor Christina and Caelynn. There was Dean, there was Blake, and now there's Connor. They just have a type.
I don't understand why somebody would continuously go after the guys that I'm interested in.
And it's exactly the same.
And they also are a very similar type, so they're running into each other a lot out on that beach. It's
rough.
ugly. It's ugly. Next, we have worst new girlfriend decorum.
Nicole, who, look, I really like Nicole, but it's not a good look to go after your new love interest's ex-girlfriend.
I was there with my man, but then she was up there looking like, and I was like,
That woman did nothing to you. She simply had a relationship, which she's allowed to do. Sorry.
I have to say, I'm Team Angela on this one.
Me too.
She's under no obligation to come up to you and say, "Hi, I'm sorry I dated Clay. He's yours now." That's not how any of this works, Nicole.
Mm-mm.
Next, we have most likely to get sent home next week.
This one's tough, but I'm going to say JPJ, unless Derek is just like, I can no longer handle this and need to get the off this beach.
Yeah, I think there's a very strong possibility that Derek will be a self-send home because he's not having fun.
No.
And every time he thinks he might be about to start having fun, things go wrong.
Like, is that gonna be my life?
On the other hand, who's really enjoying JPJ these days?
Not I.
Not Tayshia.
Not Tayshia.
Someone's getting sent home, and I think those are our two front runners.
Yeah.
You guys want some chicken nuggets?
And finally, we have most likely to end up together.
Demi and Christian.
Still going strong, still adorable.
Still not giving us a lot of content.
Which
but-
means that they're actually happy.
Exactly. So best wishes to all of our strong couples in paradise who we never see or hear from.
God, they're being cute. They're over there being cute. Everyone's being so cute.
And that's it for this week's Here to Make Friends Superlatives. Join us again for more love
and snark
when we discuss next week's 2 episodes of Bachelor in Paradise.
Until then, you can check out Here to Make Friends on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen.